Hi there, Shalon Day with Bible Journaling Ministries. Today I will be using our new digital stamp for this month, Priscilla, as well as colored pencils, Crayola Twistables, glitter gel pens, one Posca pen, and some fine liner pens to do some journaling using our digital stamp. So if you're ready, let's get started. So we are going to use the new digital stamp for this month. I have mine printed on cardstock and cut out with my silhouette. So the digital stamp for this month is Priscilla. And as you can see, I've got Crayola Twistables. I have some metallic colored pencils, some fine liner pens, and this one metallic marker. I only have one because the rest of them are all dried up. So I might use this metallic marker, but I'm going to color the Priscilla digital stamp using fine liner pens and colored pencils, and then we will come back and I will make an entry into my art journal using Priscilla. So as soon as I get her all colored and ready to go, I will be back with you with my art journal. This is probably going to be a shorter video as well. Do your coloring and then come back and we will do an entry. I'm going to find a verse to make my focal verse as I am coloring Priscilla. And I will share that with you when I come back, but we will come back together here in just a second thanks to technology, but Priscilla will be colored and ready to be put into my art journal. Okay, that was not quick, even though it seems quick to you. I colored Priscilla, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but I used many different glitter gel pens, mainly in her hair, on her shirt, in the crosses in her hair, her eyebrows. I don't know if you can tell or not, but she's beautiful, and my hands are cramping, but we got Priscilla done. One thing I will tell you that I learned is that the Tombow plastic eraser, the mono eraser, will erase colored pencil. So I colored her face and her neck. I didn't like the tone. I didn't like the way that the color had gone down. So I thought, oh my goodness, how can I change that? This works beautifully to erase colored pencil. So I just thought I would throw that out there. I am going to use glue dots to put Priscilla on my page. Now I have done some study, and what I have learned is that there are some specific verses highlighting Priscilla in the New Testament. Acts 18:2 mentions Priscilla and Aquila's arrival in Corinth and their meeting with Paul. Acts 18:18, Priscilla and Aquila accompany Paul as he leaves Corinth. Acts 18:24 through 26, she is particularly noted for her role in teaching and explaining the way of Yahweh to Apollos. Romans 16:3, Paul greets Priscilla and Aquila and refers to them as his co-workers in Christ Jesus. In 1 Corinthians 16:19, Paul sends greetings from Aquila and Priscilla, who also greet the church that meets in their home. And in 2 Timothy 4:19, Paul sends greetings to Priscilla and Aquila. So around Priscilla, I am going to write teacher, co-worker in Christ, believer, and I'm also going to just put all of the verses that I just read off to you. I'm just going to write them around her. I'm going to get my glue dots on her. I'm not going to make you watch that because taking the backing off takes forever. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I have all my glue dots. I used a tweezer this time and it seemed to go quicker. So just a little hint. Now I do have some bleed through on this from another entry that I did on the back side. I don't care. I'm just going to lay Miss Priscilla down here, and I did put smaller glue dots on some of these little smaller points and larger ones elsewhere on her. So she's up off of the page nicely, and I might as well just continue on using my gel pens, most of which I used on her. So let me grab some of these colors that I used. There we go. I did use some colored pencils on her face, on her lips, and then over her hair, and in some of the crosses. But for the most part, I used these gel pens. So I am going to use random colors, but still colors. I'm going to put these up here because I might decide I want to use those. I might decide I want to use this metallic marker pen that I used here in this cross. But I am going to start out with writing these verses, these verse references around her. So I'm going to start out with, I may actually do some, well, I want to make it large enough to actually be able to see Acts 18:2. Let me write her name. And I'm going to do that with this metallic marker. Priscilla, Acts 18:2. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's fix that. Oh, okay. Taking my white Posca pen, and I'm just dotting over that. I dotted over that little okay. All right. So I can only laugh at myself. Okay, I fixed it. Acts 18, but I'm going to put a comma here because there's also 18 and 24 through 26. Okay. And then we have Romans 16:3. And First Corinthians 16:19 and Second Timothy 4:19. All I'm going to use that blue one for. Let's use this pink that I did on her. Okay, so I'm going to put, I'm going to put names, so, or I don't really know, descriptive words. So I'm going to say friend, because obviously they met with Paul. Paul writes about them. They leave with Paul. So I'm going to say friend. I'm going to have to do something around here for the D. Okay, I'm just going to act like that is a D. Right there. Friend. I can tell that's what that's supposed to say. Friend. Let's do coworker down. Worker. And again, I am just using gel pens that I have had for 7 or 8 years. Some still work, some do not. Now I've written coworker, and below it I'm just going to say of Paul. Okay. Also, I'm going to say leader, because they have a group of believers that meet in their home. So, leader. Believer. Believer, friend, leader, coworker, teacher. How about, obviously she's a woman of God. Let's do okay. All right. That's all I'm going to do for this entry on Priscilla. Titles, cross references. I colored her using colored pencils and gel pens, glitter gel pens. I can't wait to see how you all use this digital stamp of Priscilla. Thank you for joining me. I have had a wonderful time being with you. Can't wait to see all of your journaling and what you have learned throughout this month in the beginners community on Facebook. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. Until next time, I will be praying over each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today. I will be with you again soon. Goodbye.